Preseason has come to a close. Last night, Lions beating Carolina 26-17 in Carolina. You know what? Interesting game through the preseason. And really what you're looking at here is, thank God we didn't play many of the starters, especially offensively, but defensively. You know what, man? Preseason always freaks me out. I'm always sitting there thinking to myself, who's about to get injured? And it sucks. Like, I don't really think that at all during the regular season, but during preseason, I'm always like, oh, who is about to go down and be out for 4 weeks? So, like, when Isaiah Buggs went down for a minute, I was like, oh, my God, please no. So there's always that fear coming into preseason games. And, like, here you got guys just competing for a job. Speaking of which, Nate Sudfeld, very interesting. He obviously has that injury in his first set of downs in the second half. Maybe hyperextended his knee. We do not know yet. But I mean, in that moment, they cut to Teddy Bridgewater, and it's kind of like this, like, well, I guess you got the job. You know, not that I thought Sudfeld would get the job over Bridgewater anyways, but long story short, welcome back to another episode here at Let's Talk Lions. Good to see you. Been a bit. Very excited. We got 2 weeks, a little bit less than 2 weeks till opening night against the Chiefs. Pretty hyped. Talk about some things that we saw. You know what, man? Preseason, these games, it's about guys showing that they're developing. It's about guys like Jack Campbell getting those reps before week 1 against the Chiefs. And it's about guys really trying to earn a job. Because that 90-man roster has got to come down, I believe, by Tuesday, right? The 29th. So, last night, saw some good stuff out of guys like Drummond, wide receiver Drummond. He was looking pretty good. Antoine Green also kind of stepped up in areas that he hasn't been. Obviously, he caught the bullet across the field that he took into the end zone. And then we were looking at Teddy Bridgewater right after the turnover in the last 50 seconds of the first half. He was looking for him again. He was looking for Antoine Green in the end zone and Drummond, actually. So, pretty cool to see both those guys. Drummond, 5 receptions, 46 yards. Antoine Green, only 3 receptions, 97 yards, obviously, with that one huge one put up the TD. Teddy Bridgewater. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, to me, insurance policy for Goff. But, man, he's looking a little cold out there. There are some throws where I'm like, they're behind the receiver. They're in the dirt. There's things about him where I'm like, okay, I love that you're a veteran. I love that you're a vet QB. And that I know you can handle the team in a situation in which we need you. But there's also some of these plays where I'm like, man, you looking cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice, my love. Really good to see Romeo Okwara out there throughout the whole preseason, but last night as well. Just being able to see Romeo taking reps, knowing that his recovery has been truly hell for the last 2 years at this point. Ever since that Baltimore game 2 years ago. So being able to see him take those reps, come back, and really looking good, looking quick. Obviously, he and I think it was James Houston wrapped up the QB for each, getting half a sack. But yeah, it was great seeing Romeo out there. And quite frankly, it's crazy when you're watching. You're like, man, this is preseason. The boys, some of these guys, man, fighting for a job just to either stay on that 53-man roster or to go over to the practice squad. So it is going to be interesting, specifically with the QB room. Does Adrian Martinez, stick around now that Sudfeld has this injury? Is he a practice squad guy? It's going to be fascinating. All in all, one other guy I want to bring up, Craig Reynolds. Guy knows how to move. Some of the moves that he has made on the ground, watching him shake those 2 defenders coming in at him and just juking them out of their shoes, running up the side. Like, I love Craig Reynolds. I love his story, but it's also great to see him continue to just be good and be reliable as a running back for the Lions. But yeah, man, that's it. What'd you guys see? What did you guys see in the preseason game? It's nice to get another W, even though it doesn't matter. You get the juice flowing going into the regular season. Last thing, let's talk about it. Adam Thielen, biggest baby in the NFL. I'm just saying. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you saw in the game. And let's get ready to talk about Chiefs. I'm going to do a record prediction coming up here in a minute. a couple days, and yeah, man, let's get excited because we going to Kansas City. That is it. That is it for today. Good to see you all. Been a bit. Now I'm gonna go roll d20s. Bye. Wish I didn't do that thing. What was that? Ugh.